For people who feel they are caught up in limerence, what steps can they take to better understand and manage their emotions? Are there evidence-based treatments for limerence?
So there haven't been any kind of clinical trials for the treatment of limerence because it isn't recognised as a distinct mental health disorder. But there are evidence-based treatments, mostly around cognitive behavioural therapy, for treatment of other behavioural addictions. And I think that many of those can be applied successfully to limerence. The key point in trying to sort of think about a strategy for recovery is that in limerence, you've essentially trained yourself into that addictive state where the drive, the wanting drive due to dopamine is overactive and the feedback control from the prefrontal cortex is weakened. So that's essentially what a behavioral addiction is. This process known as incentive sensitization makes that one natural reward incredibly powerful to the point where it crowds out all other rewards and becomes a sort of object of fixation. So the best characterized behavioral addiction, the only one that is actually formally listed in the DSM, is gambling addiction. And in many ways that is similar. So to solve the problem of behavioral addictions, you essentially need to reverse that process. So the behaviors that led you into addiction need to be reversed, and you need to have kind of counteracting behaviors that will have the opposite effect in terms of neuroscience. And for limerence, I recommend a kind of 3-step method. So the first step is to limit contact as much as you can. So essentially get away from the source of your addiction so that you're not reinforcing that desire, you're not reinforcing the reward. The second step is to sort of try and train that executive that's become weakened. So try to get into a mental state of recognizing the limerent impulses when they arrive.